Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Joanna and I'm glad you're here. I love to DIY on a budget, and if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, so I got my hands on these calendars this year, y'all, but they are $1.50, not $1.25. And if you turn it over and look at it, you see that it has a lot of the same designs that it normally does. So I mean, this one's the same. Seen before. I probably saw some of the other ones. I haven't saw those two or that one. So I actually bought the calendar for 3 prints. So I paid $1.50 for 3 designs. I really love the front. So yeah, so that's what I did. And then the farmer's market one, they're all $1.50, y'all. And they have a lot of the same things. You know, you've seen these before. I mainly wanted that one, and then that one, and that one, and the pumpkin pie. So at least I got 4 or 5 out of this one that I've not seen before and I actually could use. So I'm going to start off with this one, okay? So I'm just going to use my pink pokey tool to take the plastic off, take your cardboard out, and then I'm going to choose a picture. That is gorgeous. That's okay. Oh no, I want the back. My bad. I want the back. So I'm just going to take my utility knife and cut it. Now, I'm going to tell you what I did. I took the staples off and then cut it right down the middle and got all my calendar pages at one time. So I was, not rip anything. So anyway, so you have actually all those designs, the 12, and then you have that one that's different. And you can save it and use it too. And you'll see that I do in a project in just a little bit. But for the first one, yeah, I'm telling you I'm going to save it. So I'm going to take and I was going to fussy cut, or just not fussy cut. I was just going to cut around it. But I actually just cut them out with scissors, and I'm going to use a permanent glue stick. And this is a thick, what do you call this stuff? I use it to roll my fabric on. But it's, you can use poster board, but this is a little thicker than poster board. Comic book boards. Okay, it's a comic book board. Thank you, brain. So I'm going to put these on there, secure them down, and I am going to then cut them all out. I use this to squish all the glue out from, you could use a rolly. I would use a roller tool, but if you don't, you could use this or a credit card or whatever just to squish that glue and get it a little flatter. Now I got them all on, and like I said, I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut them all out. But while it's drying, I'm going to take this little plaque right here, and it's from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take my Waverly wax, because I'm not going to be gluing anything on the frame. I'm going to take this out because I'm going to put it back in. So I'm just going to remove one knot. And I'm going to sand it down. I forgot I sanded it. These Dollar Tree wood stuff is really, really splintery and rough. So, yeah. So I'm going to take a baby wipe after I sanded it and wiped it off. And I'm just going to take my wipe and I'm going to rub my stain on here. I want the wood grain to show. I think the dark wax and the black look wonderful. Now, this was my mistake. I was going to use magnets. Okay, I was going to use magnets, but I didn't. It kept repelling, and I thought I checked it all out and it wouldn't repel, but it was repelling and spinning my pictures around, so I had to take them off. But I am showing you how I get the middle. I measure that, and then I go down on that dot and measure right there, and that is my middle. So that's where I'm going to put a I glued my magnet, but I'm going to skip all this and show you what I really did. So I have these sticky dots. They're Velcro dots, okay, and they're self-stick. I got them at the Dollar Tree, but I couldn't find them when I went back the other day. I took magnets off of those, and the paper shredded a little bit, but it's not bad. So I'm going to put the sticky one, or the pokey one, right there in the middle. And these Velcro dots stick very well. So there's the one right in the middle, and then I'm going to take the soft ones, make sure you don't get the pokey one, and I'm going to take the soft ones and put them in the middle of all of my little picture cutouts. once you get all your dots, I don't know what I'm going to do with these leftover sticky ones, but anyway, once you get your dots, look, they are super. You just poke which one you want on there. You have 12. You can change them out all every month, or you can just change them out every season by picking a seasonal one. These are so stinking cute, and this is so versatile. Now, I have this sign right here, but I want this off of it because I'm going to be making a key holder. So I'm going to take this off, and the paper came with it. They glued it before they screwed it on. Yeah. So I'm trying to take this. I'm trying to keep a straight face. Oh gosh, let me get this paper off and glue. And it was hard, so I had to scrape it with a knife. Y'all be careful if you do something silly like this. I'm brave. So I'm going to center this up in the middle, and I am going to go ahead and mark. No, that one was too big. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to mark with my pokey tool. This one was too small. I couldn't see where I poked it, so I end up using the big one. Then I lost it. Like, I didn't just have it. That's my brain. So once I got my indentions, I'm going to take and I'm going to start my screw and then back it back out in each hole. And that way it'll be easier for me to see them and to put my screws in. So I'm going to line that up, put my screw right in that hole, and screw it tight. It does not go through to the other side. These are teeny, 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 tiny screws, but they will hold. Now, if you want to glue it like they did before you screwed it in, then you're welcome to. So now I'm just going to take my string, and I'm going to put glue on this, and I'm going to twist it the wrong way. I don't know if y'all see that, but I sure twisted it the wrong way. Nope, I twisted that one the right way. It's another one I twisted the wrong way. Nope, I did twist it the wrong way. So then I had to mess with it and squish it together. Make sure when you twist it, you're twisting it the right way. Otherwise, it'll get fatter, not smaller, and you're defeating the whole purpose of putting glue on it. So then I cut it off, tie it in a knot, and there you go. There's all the rest of them. Good job. So now, this will be in two parts right here. So I've got this picture, and finally got these 12 by 12 frames. I have been looking for these and waiting on these to come in, and I finally found them at a Dollar Tree, and I picked up 3 of them, I think. But anyway, I'm just going to set that calendar piece to the side, and I'm going to take my prongs. Be careful with these. They will break off. Yeah, they will. So I was going to paint that black, but I didn't have to. So I'm taking my glass out. Be careful. This is such thin glass, and it will snap so easy. So I'm going to carefully set it to the side, and I'm going to take my frame, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's plasticky feeling. It's not plastic, and be careful doing this because it was shimmying and it will fall apart, okay? I'm just going to take sandpaper and sand it down just a little bit, and that way whatever I put on here is going to stick a little better. So when I sand it, then I wipe it off. But I'm doing anything I can sand, I'm going to hit it with the sandpaper, okay? Once I get it sanded and all wiped down, I'm going to take, this is, it's a brown paint. I don't remember what the color is. I'm not going up to look, but I'm going to paint it with a brown chalk paint. It's chalk paint. This works better with chalk paint. This is a crackle medium. I get it at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to squirt some in there, and then I am just going to coat my whole frame. This doesn't matter if you go back and forth. Just coat your whole frame. Now, it's best if you let this dry for an hour like the directions say. And I know because I can never get this to work right. And this time I did what the instructions said, and I got it to work right. So while that's drying for an hour, I'm going to take one of the wood planks from Dollar Tree and the top off of one of those things. I didn't even use this paper, y'all. I was going to, but I didn't. I tore it out. I didn't use it. But anyway, that's one of the tops from the boxes, okay? I didn't want it to show, and I didn't want my paper to accidentally poke through. So I'm going to cover it with this piece of wood. So I'm going to set it on here. I'm going to take a fine pencil. I'd rather use these than ones that get dull and fat. So I'm going to get these monster scissors. I seen Kathy Joe from Kathy Joe's DIYs use these, and I had to get me some. And y'all, this side went really, really well. Okay, but you're going against the grain there. Now, when you're going with the grain, I should have used a saw, because this was a struggle. I had to grip it, and miter shears would not work. I did get it, but I ended up taking a mat, and I used a ruler. Now be careful you don't slip and cut your finger, because it's very easy to do. I couldn't find my X-Acto blade for a minute. Now I set that up on the line I drew, and I'm just going to run my X-Acto blade down. Once you score this a few times, it will come off, okay? I was able to use my scissors, but this is an option. Next time I'm going to use my saw and just tell you what you can do, because my carpal tunnel was killing me after this. So now I'm going to take Tight Bond Quick and Thick. This stuff is awesome. It's multi-purpose glue, and it sticks and it dries so quick. I've been using it forever, okay? Forever. And I didn't want to use my finger, so I grabbed this and I'm smearing my glue around. And believe it or not, this worked out wonderful. It really is an awesome glue spreader, okay? And I got this thing at Dollar Tree in the makeup section. It's stiffer than them other ones that people push down hot glue with. This one is awesome. If I find another one, I'm going to pick them up, because just in case one rips or breaks. Look, you can use it as a scraper, y'all. It's awesome. So I'm just going to smack that back down on there, and I want a tight seal. So I'm going to take some clamps. Now, I found these little boogers at Harbor Freight, okay? And they will clamp on stuff and not make marks. The ones from Dollar Tree make marks in your wood. So I went to Harbor Freight looking for something else other than the scissors. I was looking for 12-inch clamps. 12-inch clamps to make something. And I saw these when I was looking at the clamps, and one, thought they were like super cute, and two, they were cheap, and they're good. They're good little clamps, okay? So I clamped that down, and I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry. It doesn't take long. So I'm going to move on. I painted that round circle black. This came out of the middle of another doodad sign. It came out of another doodad sign. And I'm going to take this calendar piece, and I'm going to mark around here. And I'm taking a tumbling tower block that I'm going to use later. You're going to need 2 of them. One will work, but I use 2. And I'm just going to go around. I said, forget this, bull. So I just took a pencil and went around it. Now, I'm going to cut my circle out. I don't know why I should have did that in the first place. I just didn't think about it, y'all. Sometimes when I'm crafting, I do what comes to mind, and I don't even have time to think. I'm just doing it, and then I do what's smarter. So anyway, now I'm going to take that, what did I use? Yep, I used my permanent glue stick. That's all you need is a permanent glue stick. I have these in my Amazon store if you're interested in them. I may have another one too listed that I really like, but I do like this one. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it down there, and then I am going to, I don't know if I smushed it with my hand or I used a scraper or whatever to put that down there real tight, or I used nothing and just kept using my finger. I don't even know. I guess I didn't do anything. So I'm just gonna, now this is dry, I promise. So I'm gonna sand it down, because it's rough as a corn cob. Dollar Tree, they don't care. It's rough. So I'm gonna sand it all down and wipe it down. Well, for the love of Pete, I painted my box. I didn't film it or deleted it. I don't know what I done. Now I'm sanding my paper off the edge right there. But I painted my box in Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint, the color French Linen, and I buy it at Hobby Lobby. Okay? So, yeah. I didn't paint the middle, because that's where I want my contact, wood-to-wood contact. So now I'm just taking a marker, and I'm going around the edge, and I'm slipping, but it comes off it kind of matches in. I don't know. But I want to get it around up on that upper edge just a hair so you see it. I just personally think it looks better. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. That's just what I'm doing. So once I get that done, I'm going to take my tumbling tower blocks, and I didn't have my heat gun on. My glue gun. So I'm just taking my Type Bond multi-purpose quick and thick glue, and I'm going to glue them down. I'm going to glue it down. Y'all, I am trying to get down to my favorite glues, and I've used the Ultimate Type Bond. I've used this, and this. I've already picked out my favorite Mod Podge. That's the Ultimate Matte. You can't get no better than that, in my opinion. So I was going to put the paper in there, but I painted it, so you ain't got to. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use my glue again, because my hot glue's not done. Plus, it's wood to wood, so it just makes me feel fuzzy inside to do it like this. I had to have my owl the upright. Not that you can ever see it again, but just my brain works that way. So I center it in. I'm not measuring or anything. It's pretty good tight fit, so there it is. Now, you can leave it as is, but y'all know me, I can't leave nothing alone. So I love my moss, even though it's a mess. So I'm going to take some, and I'm going to tuck it right down in there. And I don't even got to glue it because it's holding in the middle. It stayed in there. I was going to glue it, and I thought, you ain't got to. So it's right there like it is right there. I do have my hot glue gun going now. I thought I did. My battery was dead, so I got to put another battery on it. But it don't take long to heat up, so y'all bear with me. I got to shake out my nasties. So I got these little florals from Hobby Lobby. And they're in, I think, the wedding section. I'm pretty sure. And so I'm just going to cut off these sprigs, and I'm going to put 3 in each corner. And y'all, when I set them up here, look, it's even. It looked great. It did. But when I glued them in, of course, it wasn't even, and it didn't look good. So another thing I'm doing while my glue gun's heating up, my fingers are so nasty. You probably can't even see the string. Yeah, don't do it this way. I couldn't see the string because of my dirty fingers. So don't do it that way. I'll be like, ugh, forget it. Okay, here. Run it around your fingers. I'm going to do a very loopy bow. Run it around your fingers however long you want. Put your tails down. I'm going to put a clip in the middle. I got to go to Hobby Lobby and get some more of these. Or Walmart. I don't remember where I got it. One of the two. And they go in the middle and have that crack in it. This is where my yarn, this is where I did my twine backwards right here. I remember now. I didn't mean to fib to y'all. I didn't fib. I just forgot. So that one I went the wrong way and had to twist it back another way. But I got it. So now I'm going to poke it through like a needle. And then I'm going to pull it around, and I'm going to tie a knot, and then I'm going to tie a knot. I'm going to tie it and then tie a knot. I'm going to tie a knot. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to pull all my loops, or my hangies, or whatever you call them, down, tails, and make sure they're down, and figure out which one looks best, which side. And then I'm going to hold the tails. I don't know what I was doing. I'm so goofy. Oh, I'm going to light it with my lighter. Not this one, because I threw that in the garbage. It made me mad. That one really lights up. I need to see if I can turn that thing down. But anyway, I'm going to burn my fuzzies off. And if I don't catch on fire here. And then I'm going to glue that right there. I'm going to make sure my tails are down, because they were acting crazy. I fluffed my loops, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it. Well, I was trying to put a little bit, and then it just blobbed on like, I don't know what. So I picked some off, and that was hot. I'm just going to tell you it was hot. So I'm going to put my little bow in the corner, and then I'm going to put my flowers in. Now look. It don't look right. I don't know what happened. That one didn't even go right. I really don't know. I don't know. It looked terrible. I didn't like it. One looked full and one looked sparse. So I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to cut some little flower buds off here. And I'm going to just stick them in sporadically. Sporadic. I don't know how you say it. I know some of you will correct me. That's okay. But I just poked them in where I wanted them. There you go. That's that. Now, that back. Oh, sorry. I wasn't happy with the bare sides. So I'm going to take this jute ribbon from the Dollar Tree and I'm going to put a line of glue and I'm going to run it down, but I'm hanging it off some. And I'm doing that because I'm going to cut it off even. And I'm going to go all the way around this and just smush that down. Try to get it as centered as possible. And be careful when you're smushing, because if you get a lot of glue, it'll come through those holes on that jute ribbon, burlap ribbon, jute ribbon, I don't know what it is. It's from Dollar Tree, I know that. And you see it right there, so yeah. So now I'm going to take fine scissors and I'm going to cut as close to the board as I can. Okay, I'm rounding it out a little bit here, but if you don't, it won't sit flat. So now I'm going to take some Titebond. This stuff dries clear, and I'm going to take my finger and smush it down in the fibers. And this is going to keep my ribbon from fraying, spreading apart, and looking crazy, like my hair does most of the time. But anyway, now I'm going to let that dry. Okay, so here, once this dried, it's all dry. I'm going to take my French linen chalk paint, okay, by Folk Art. This matches perfect. Now, you got one chance on this, guys. Go down. Try not to go over. I don't know what I'm thinking. Don't go over. Go down one time. It was easier if I would start in the middle and go out. I'm not going over it, y'all. I'm going down the side. Okay? I'm trying to go lighter. Y'all, I'm just not good at this. I'm just not. I'm trying to get down in that inner crack. Now I'm trying to leave it alone. I'm trying to leave it alone. Y'all know it's so hard because when you paint, you want to get it painted. And that's what my mind is, paint it. So now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to start drying. Sorry, it's autofocus. So when something gets close to it, that's what it focuses on. But y'all, it is cracking so beautiful. For the first time, I was so proud of myself. And I did this outside. I did this part. Now I'm going to do the sides. Look at this. I let it sit and it is cracked. So beautiful. And I went outside and gave it a couple coats of this Rust-Oleum 2X matte primer, clear sealer. Okay. So now I'm going to take this, and this is the cardboard. I'm going to put it on my picture, and I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to trace around it and then cut that out. Y'all seen me trace and cut before, so that's all I'm doing is lining it up and then take a pencil while I'm holding it all tight and then cut it down, okay? So now all I've got to do is put my glass, make sure it's clean, put my glass down in there, set my calendar piece in there. I thought it was upside down because the April, but it wasn't. And then make sure you put your backing on where your little hangy, if you're going to hang it, is up at the top, okay? And then just push your little tabs back down, and there you have it. I am in love with this. I can't wait to hang this in my kitchen. I absolutely love it. So here are all of my DIYs. My keys are hanging just to show you what I was going to do with it. And then or what you can do with it. There's my little garden rules. This can be out all spring, summer, whenever. I do want to thank y'all for being here. I love all of my subscribers. Sorry. I have noticed in my analytics, there are a ton of you watching, and I appreciate that, but you are not subscribed. So if you don't mind, it would help my channel so much, and it would help YouTube throw me out there to more people. So if you don't mind just hitting that subscribe button, it doesn't cost you anything. It just helps out my channel. But until next time, remember that you are a blessing. Goodbye.